Credit Northern Illinois, Thomas Hammock, his team. They came in here, played their tails off like we expected. Talked to our team that this would be a four-quarter game. It'd be a tough, hard-fought game, and really proud of our guys, the way they fought. We faced adversity for the first time as a team together, and I like the way we responded. We're 2-0. It's something that we don't take for granted around here. Some of the positives, I liked our defense. I think it's the fewest amount of points that they've given up in 2 games since, I think, like 2001 when I was here before. Daniel Wingate continues to lead us on the defensive side of the ball, showing tremendous leadership over there. And then offensively, when we needed to make plays, we found ways to do it. But as a young team, an inexperienced team, each week I'll come in here and there'll be things we got to get cleaned up. We got the penalties cleaned up this week. Third down shows up on there, something that we've got to get fixed on both sides of the ball. But again, we'll clean up the things that we need to get cleaned up, and we'll enjoy it for the night, and we'll get ready for Towson coming in here next week at the Shell. So with that, we'll open up the questions.
Mike, Malik's play this evening, especially after he lost that fumble in the red zone, to be able to come back, throw that 42-yard strike to make it a two-possession game, if you could address his play and his maturity tonight.
Yeah, again, I mean, he had a tough game today. You know, we got to help him with, again, the drops showed up again like they did a week ago. And to me, as we start looking in each week, starting to plug holes and fix problems, the drops have been consistent the last 2 games. So we'll do the things we need to do here to ensure that the guys are making the plays we need to make. The run game was inconsistent. I thought it got better. If you look at the yards per carry, it improved. But the consistency of it is another thing that can help him. And those are things that we'll work on. Our third down offense, again, being in third and longs, third and mediums, we've got to be able to get things executed a little better. And just like I said, our defense played well, but the third downs, not getting off the field, causes them to play a few too many plays for us. And so, as with the young team, we'll continue to fix the things that show up on tape, make the corrections, and improve our teams. What's up? Yeah, again, you know, when you look at 14 and 6, Glasker and Joyner, then Braden Lee coming in, as well as Lakai Rowland, we feel like we've got 4 guys. And it's what they've shown all throughout camp, and I've been really pleased with the way we've contested the ball in the passing game, which a year ago was an Achilles heel for us. So being able to play a better man coverage, a little stickier man coverage, didn't affect the quarterback as much as I would have liked to see us do it today. But when we needed to be in coverage position, I feel like we've been in great coverage position.
Hey, Mike, last week Daniel Wingate has a touchdown. This week, a career-high 14 tackles. Just what have you liked about his growth and his development?
You know, I just his leadership is what really jumps out, and he's been one of those young leaders that he's been this way since he got here on campus and has played behind some really talented players. But, you know, I like the way that Danny has really stepped up and playing physical. In the run game today, was all over the field. He's the guy that's kind of got the green dot on his helmet, which means he's getting guys lined up and making the necessary calls and adjustments, and has a really good feel for what Ted is trying to get accomplished and doing a tremendous job leading our defense.
Hey, Coach, last week you talked about kind of wanting to get the running game going. At points it looked good tonight, but finished at 3.2 yards per carry. I just want to kind of ask, what do you think you need to do better to unlock that part of the offense, and how concerned are you right now?
I'm not really concerned, because I think when you play a young quarterback, you're going to get 8-man boxes. And, you know, the big runs that I saw on the other side of the ball were byproduct of missed tackles. We've got good running backs that have to, at some times, navigate an unblocked guy. The things I would like to see us do better fundamentally, I thought we played a little high. And that's on both sides of the line of scrimmage. You know, Northern Illinois is a run-first team. They've had a good scheme. They spread us out a couple times, and we're able to make a guy miss for the run game. But for us, you know, we got the point of attack blocks there. Our tight end position has got to be a little bit better. And then with the 8-man box, sometimes you're going to have to throw the football to get guys out of the box. And today we made a few plays down the field.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, man.
First half, Northern Illinois 50% on 3rd and 4th downs, and it leads to them stringing out this time of possession battle where they had the ball for 22 minutes. In the second half, you guys hold them to 3 of 10 on those downs, and their drives are all less than 3 minutes. How important was that in kind of, even though you guys weren't scoring, but getting the ball back to have more opportunities to put points on the board?
Yeah, I think we had 19 plays on offense in the first half, and it's a byproduct of, again, not getting off the field on those 3rd downs that we – a 3rd and 16 where they pop a run in there and get a first down. Those are the type of plays we've got to kind of get corrected here sooner rather than later. Much like last week where we improved as the game went along, I thought we improved on 3rd down in the second half. We focused on the run game, which allowed us to use a little clock and help take the defense off the field. And, that was intentional on our part because I wanted to get the run game going. I thought we were able to run the ball okay, but we still got to be better, and I expect us to get better.
In the middle, second row.
Coach, you had DeQuell Jackson and EJ Henderson in the house. Did they talk to the team beforehand, give them a little more, like a little hype them up a little bit for this game?
No, those guys got down here, I guess, just in time for game. But EJ, DeQuell, 2 guys I know very well, played a part in recruiting them both here. Both had great careers here at Maryland. EJ leaves here as probably the most decorated player in the history of Maryland. So to have EJ back, it's great to see these guys starting to come back and support the program. And EJ's been one of those guys. We were out there a couple of years ago for his College Football Hall of Fame induction, and really great to see these guys come back, including DeQuell.
Coach, you mentioned overcoming adversity in your opening comments. Is there anything in particular that you saw today, especially from your younger guys, that you're like, hey, this is going to be really important as we get into the conference schedule and later on in the season? Yeah,
it was a close, hard-fought game in the first half. They made a few plays, and the thing that happened is I like the way we responded. They got the ball down in the red area a couple of times on defense. We held them down inside the red zone. Those type of plays are the ones that will come back and benefit us later in the year, because it's not going to always be pretty. And again, we don't get style points for how we win. The goal is to find a way to score one more point than our opponent. I thought we needed a game like this where we were going to be tested and play for 4 quarters. I never felt at any point that our team panicked throughout this with the ball being on the ground. I saw Malik, when the ball goes on the ground, the defense coming over saying, hey, we got you. And they stood up for us tall. And so those are the types of things you want to see. Maybe the stat sheet doesn't show, but I thought there was a lot of growth, and this team is growing right before our eyes.
Coach, what were your thoughts on the efforts of Kaleb Webb on that fake punt and more generally your special teams today?
Yeah, again, so, big play, but the play that was made by Messiah Delhomme as well. With the fake, he's responsible for setting the edge to the defense to where the ball does cut back. So the freshman on the side did a great job of forcing it, and Kaleb got off the block. We were in a safe look to where we expected in that part of the field that could happen. Kaleb made a great play, a play we needed to make, and on special teams it was good to see. All in all, I thought we kicked the ball off a little bit better today, which was huge for us. The drive starts were a little better and more advantageous for us. The 2 penalties are the things that jumped out to me. We had 3 total, and 2 of them were on special teams. So, again, we'll take a peek and get those things fixed. But big play by Kaleb Webb, big play by Messiah Delhomme there on that pivotal time to get a stop on that 4th down with the fake punt.
Hi, Coach. Dee here. Congratulations again on the win.
Thanks, Dee.
I wanted to talk about Cam Rice a little bit, as well as the 4th down pass to Dorian at the end. But Cam Rice, just him being a vet and, what he's bringing to that defense.
Yeah, Cam is the energy on that side of the ball for us. He's one of those guys that plays with a motor. Really liked the way he played inside. Was created some pushback, and when the team was running the ball and we knew that they were going to come in and check our oil in the run game, I liked the way Cam was able to be physical at the line of scrimmage. A couple times we had some guys out of their gaps, and those are the things that will get fixed on tape.
And that 4th down.
Yeah, the 4th down pass.
Is that just something that you guys want to just put out there, get some reps in a situation like that?
We got to run our offense. Malik missed a lot of time for us during training camp. And so every rep that he takes is important, and those are valuable reps that down the line will benefit us when we have to find ways to score. That was a play there where Dorian intercepted a ball that was not intended for him. He should have been on the front pylon. Ock was running the back pylon, and Dorian drifted. And so we'll get those things fixed. Dorian's been making some plays for us, but this is where the attention to detail of spacing on that part of the field, we got to have a little bit better.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, Friday Night
Thanks,
Lights.
man. Everybody's congratulating us. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
So it looks like you fixed the penalty situation from last game. Only 3 penalties allowed today. Was there any emphasis coming into the short week on this, or was this just a game time thing?
Again, as I like to say, when you make mistakes, it's a disguise for progress if you get the lesson out of it. And we were able to fix some of the issues that happened last week, the non-competitive penalties, the false starts, the offsides got cleaned up. You achieve what you emphasize. We made, a big point about the good teams don't beat themselves. We've continued to take care of the football for the most part on offense, which I like. Defensively, we didn't come up with the turnovers we had a week ago, but these 4th down stops are like turnovers for us. So credit to our punt team, but our defense also had a couple of 4th down stops to end the game. So once we clean up a few things here with this young team, every week there's going to be things that we have to get cleaned up in the 3rd down offense, 3rd down defense in the first half. Will be probably the first things we get after as we go watch the tape and make the necessary adjustments.
Hey, Coach, can you
What's up,
talk
man?
about Dorian Fleming's performance and how he was able to build off his last week?
Yeah, as I said earlier, Dorian is a guy we brought in here to do what we saw him do today. If you were to watch his tape a year ago at Georgia State, an all-conference player, he enters the portal. We have a need for that position. Dorian continues to make the plays for us. The thing that always has jumped out about his game was his yards after catch, and his ability to extend plays. And, he made some big plays early in the game to set up some scores for us. Was able to get, I think, another touchdown today. So I think he's playing at a high level in the passing game. Still some work to do in the run game. Thanks, guys.